Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here with your flying weather outlook for the weekend and week ahead, brought to you exclusively by Fly in association with weatherschool.co.uk. Thanks again for watching. It looks like being a pretty decent week. Oh, Mr. Cloud's fallen over, look. Oh, we can't have that, can we? There. It looks like being a pretty decent week overall. Some good flying weather to be found. So I'm hoping that you can get out there. Now, just before we kick off, to let you know, places on my Aviation Weather School Part 1 course are going flying, literally, out of the door. This is going to be a live online course. It's presented entirely by me, and it's going to be held on the Tuesday evenings of the 2nd and the 9th of September between 6:30 p.m. and 9 p.m. Now, if you've not been yet, you don't know what you've missed, because I will show you how you can get better at forecasting yourself. I'll explain the weather as you should know it, that the PPL didn't do. You know, you do the PPL, you tick the boxes, you don't really know that much about weather, do you? And you kind of wait there, see if other people go or not. Well, I'll show you how you can better interpret forecasts, make forecast yourself, and spot weather windows 5 days in advance. And above all, I'll make it darn easy and quick to do. It's just a fun course. So if you've not been yet, get to weatherschool.co.uk. You can book your place now. Just click on the right hand side here. You can book now, and it'll be super to see you there. Now, if you can't make both sessions live, then I make a recording available for up to a week after each of the sessions. So if you want to watch the course later, you're more than welcome to do that as well. And you still got all the interactions through the course of the week as I send out sample charts, etc. So everything stays the same. It's just that you watch recording rather than it being live. So if you prefer to do it that way, then you absolutely can. Again, go to weatherschool.co.uk and book your place now. It'll be super to see you there. Okay, so as I say, decent few days ahead. Some rain in northern areas, but it's going to be warming up again as well. And some decent flying windows out there. God, I desperately want to get in the air. This is how things look for Thursday. Weak cold front moving its way eastwards. It's weakening all the time. It's just going to bring bits of rain across northwest England, western parts of Wales and southwestern England. A few hefty showers across western parts of Scotland. Pretty windy here, making non-VFR conditions. But to the east of the front and the south of the front, looks flyable. To the west of the front as well. I think it just goes marginal to non-VFRable along the front as it moves through. Now on Friday, the remnants of that front hanging around across southern parts of the country on Friday. It just makes for cloudier skies, I think, that's all. 2,000 to 4,000 foot basis, tops at about 10,000 feet. For most areas, though, the cloud breaks, it becomes fair, and we're looking at bases of 4,000 feet, tops at 8,000 feet. Northwest Scotland could see some showers, may see more cloud, but it's windy there as well, gales, so it's non-VFRable anyway. Bases 2,000 feet, tops 15,000 feet. On to Saturday, higher pressure again in the south, so decent conditions for much of England, for Wales, for much of southern Ireland. We're going to be looking at bases 4,000 feet again, tops about 8,000 feet. Cold front moving south through Scotland into Northern Ireland. Again, brings some outbreaks of rain. It's generally non-VFRable along the front. 1,000 to 2,000 foot bases, tops at about 15,000 feet. And then behind it, marginal as the cloud breaks and the bases lift, but some showers move in. Still windy in northwest Scotland, but not as windy as it will be on Friday. On to Sunday, high pressure builds in again on Sunday. Maybe an odd morning mismatch around Sunday morning, but for most it is going to be another fair day. Good spells of sunshine, 4,000 foot bases to 5,000 foot bases, tops 7,000 to 8,000 feet. Bits of drizzle affecting western Scotland, possibly western parts of Ireland. Here, bases could be 1,000 feet, tops at about 7,000 feet, but a lot of uncertainty. I'm going to put a question mark there over that. I'm not entirely sure it will be clagged out that much, but check the forecasts carefully. And then going into next week, Monday, high pressure in control again. Weak cold front just moving through Scotland. This brings some cloud. Bases 2,000 feet, tops at 8,000 feet. Generally, though, many areas, actually, let me get rid of that one. Generally, many areas are fair. Bases of around 4,000 feet, tops at 8,000 feet. May go a little bit hazy on Monday, and I'm just wondering if western parts of Ireland, western parts of Scotland may go non-VFR. Bases less than 1,000 feet, tops at about 5,000 feet with some drizzle at times. It is a possibility. And then getting into Tuesday, that warm front still over western Scotland, western Ireland. a more moist southwesterly flow here, so generally non-VFR, low cloud, bits of drizzle, less than 1,000 foot bases, tops at about 8,000 feet. But for most, morning mist clears away, and then we're into a fair day, bases of around 4,000 feet, tops at 7,000 feet. And then finally getting into Wednesday, and the high stays with us, but more of an easterly flow on Wednesday starting to pick up. I still think we're verifiable. I still think we've got decent conditions, 4,000 foot bases, 8,000 foot tops. Pretty warm days though, going through Saturday, Sunday and Monday, just making for a little bit of a more bumpy flight for you. Okay, have a great weekend. Don't forget, get yourself booked on Aviation Weather School Part 1. It'll be lovely to see you there. This course presented live online entirely by me on those 2 Tuesday evenings of the 2nd and the 9th of September between 6:30 p.m. and 9 p.m. Don't forget, you don't have to be there. You can watch the recordings, although if you're joining live, you get to interact with your fellow pilots as well. Go to weatherschool.co.uk, book your place now. Okay, have a safe flying weekend. Thanks again for watching. Keep the sun shining, and bye for now.